So, hi friends, all those who are new to this channel, my name is Abhinav, and I started making videos uh, related to living in USA and then migrating from USA to Australia or Canada. So, as you all know from my previous video, that I'm planning to move to Australia in January. Right now, it's January, but yeah, in a couple of weeks, I'm planning to move to Australia. Uh, and I have already booked my flights and I have made a video uh, for making sure how to get the best deal out of the all the flights that are available right now, and um, also some tips that have helped me to book a flight and to make sure that the flight is the reliable one while traveling from USA to Australia during these COVID times. So yeah, the second thing is that the video that I'm making right now is for uh, if anyone is planning to come back to USA after visiting Australia by making their first entry or by visiting something or just looking out for an option, like checking it out, what's there, and if they don't feel comfortable and they feel like that it's better to come back, and if they want to. So it's not that easy right now having the COVID situation in place. So uh, I mean, you cannot just book a flight and come back. You have to ensure and you have to get an exemption from Australian government and the Australian Immigration Department. You have to get that exemption in place if you want to leave Australia. I mean, for entering, yeah, there is, and then for leaving Australia as well, you want an exemption. So there's an online procedure for doing that. They have everything on their site. All you have to do is enter your details, and there are few options that you'll have to select one of them uh, to to ensure that you fall into the criteria that you can leave Australia. If you don't do that, you won't be able to, I mean, they won't allow you to leave Australia. So rather than going directly to the airport and getting to come across this thing and getting to know that you cannot leave Australia, it is better to apply that exemption beforehand. uh, Although we are not planning to come back, but still we have taken that exemption. So my wife has already applied for that, and uh, she is planning that in case there is something, because in case she has to come back, then we need to apply for an exemption, and we applied that. So it's an online form. You just have to enter your details, and then the option that we have selected is that which says that we won't be entering into the Australia in next 3 months. So if you say that, if you checkbox that and you say that, okay, I work in USA right now, my company is over here, the organization that I'm working for, and I just making sure that I won't be returning back to Australia in next 3 months, and you just apply for that. I'll I'll show you the online procedure how to do that. I'll record the screen and show you that what needs to be done. But just by filling up that form, uh, you will get an email back from them saying that, okay, firstly, the first email that get will say that your status is pending, and then you will get whether an approve or a rejection based on whatever you have filled in. It's always better to enter as much information as you can, just to make your case much more solid. uh, I mean, they are not creating any issue, but it is always, I mean, you don't want to get a rejection and then reapply it. I mean, that's not the ideal way of doing it. That's what I personally think. But yeah, it's always better to give them as much information they are asking that for. There is a description column. Just write down the description, like why you need to leave Australia, and you won't be coming back in next 3 months. That was the best criteria that suited us. There are other options which says, like, if you have a medical emergency, if there is medical condition that medical appointment in USA or any other country which cannot be done in Australia. So yeah, there are a couple of options. You cannot enter Australia for next 3 months after you have done that, and after you have left. So just keep that thing in mind. Yeah, and then that's an online procedure. And if you
Visit this website the link over there. I'll post the link in the description. And all you need to do is click on this create an account. Over there, you'll have to create your account. Uh, Select whichever option suits you. If you are doing as an individual or for your family members, select this option, register as an individual, enter all your details, uh, your email address, your first name, last name, phone number, password. Once you do that, you will be you'll receive an email to authorize your account. Once you do that, you will have a valid username and password for logging into the system. I've already registered, so I don't need to do that right now. But yeah, once you have created an account, uh, go back to this screen, login screen, um, enter your username and password, email address and password, and log. Once you do that, you'll get a message saying that your registration has been completed. You need to log in into your email address and uh, approve or authorize the login credentials. This is how the email will look like. You'll need to click here to validate your email address. So it says that you have successfully validated your email address. Now you can log in using the username and password that you entered earlier. And once you do that, you can create a new request for the exemption. So this is the option that we need to select, like I'm a citizen and I need to depart from. And over here, you'll have to enter a description of why you are asking for this exemption. And over here, you can select one of these reasons, like why exactly you are asking for an exemption. So you can select any of these, whichever condition suits you. As per my experience, or like as per my condition, I selected this one option, traveling overseas for at least 3 months. So this basically means that I won't be returning back to Australia for next 3 months. Um, so once you leave Australia, you won't be allowed to travel back to Australia for uh, for next 3 months. So wherever you are traveling to, that doesn't count. So whether you are traveling to US or to India or any other country, like whichever country you are traveling to, till the time you are leaving Australia, you need to select any of these options, whichever suits you. I mean, there might be some another reason that might suit your condition, but for me, this was the condition that suits me. So once you select that, just acknowledge all these statements, go through them, just read them once. And yeah, once you do that, you will come over here, and over here you will enter all the details that you have, basically the flight number. If you have already booked your flight, it's always, I mean, as per my understanding, it is always recommended that you apply for an exemption before even booking a flight, so that you may know, like if you really have to leave Australia, then you know that okay, once you have that exemption, only then you might book your flight. Otherwise, you might book your flight, but you won't get an exemption, so you won't be able to leave Australia. Intended travel date. So if you, again, whatever date suits you, wherever you are trying to travel, just remember, if you are selecting that um, I won't be returning back, over here if you have selected traveling overseas for at least 3 months, so over here intended return date, just make sure it is more than 3 months if you are entering this. So just enter in any date which is more than 3 months. Otherwise, whatever you have selected above will will contradict to this statement. Departure port, destination country, so wherever you are traveling to. Over here they are asking for any supporting document. So if you are saying like, okay, I need to travel for some particular reason, for medical condition, uh, um, for something which can't be done without leaving Australia, then you'll have to upload those documents. In case you are going to join the company that you are working for, you'll have to attach uh, your offer letter, or or some document, or if possible, if you can get a letter from your company which says that you need to be there in that country on this particular time. Just get that approval and upload those documents over here. uh, Attach those documents, submit this form, and yeah, so you'll get a confirmation, or like you will get an email from them within next 24 hours. For me, yeah, it took around 15 hours. Like after 15 hours approximately, I received a confirmation that okay, I've got an exemption. The email that you will receive is from Australian Department of Home Affairs. So they'll send you an email. Also, if you will go back to this website, uh, and you log in again, and you can check your status, like what's the status of your application it shows. But usually you'll get an email uh, in some time saying that you have already, I mean, your application has been approved.
If you felt this video was helpful, just like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting much more videos uh, related to my journey from migrating from USA to Australia.